Hey, what's up, Doms? I'm back at it again with another hot topic. You know what I'm saying? Had a really busy weekend. You know what I'm saying? Definitely met some chicks. So, but I definitely didn't want to leave y'all without a video today. So, I'm gonna be bringing y'all another hot topic. You know what I'm saying? From the Dom. When it comes to dating. But this video here is going to be more focused on Dom mentality, just, being a Dom, what that means to me, and why I choose to, what I'm saying, definitely teach this type of mentality to my young Doms out there. You know what I'm saying? So we just going to go ahead and jump in. So today's subject is another subject that I see a lot, especially for the LGBT community, because again, it's something that is kind of new, and then a lot of people just are curious about it. What I'm saying, what films feel about it, what doms feel about it, what young studs feel about it, soft studs, just everybody in general. So I definitely want to make a video about this. So the topic of this video is going to be called "Can Doms can Doms have their own baby? Or should Doms have a baby with a femme?" Okay, so I'm gonna speak on both of these subjects because I think that this is another subject that people bring up in the LGBT community. So I definitely want to speak on this as a Dom myself. So the first subject I'm gonna speak on is should or can Doms have their own baby? And the reason why I think this is important is because, again, with the Dom mentality, I teach, being dominant. I teach being masculine. I teach, what I'm saying, being on your mission. I teach having your shit together. I teach to, never put anybody before your mission. I teach to be single, to date. You know what I'm saying? If you run across that Bonnie, that's one thing. I mean, me personally, again, I always say that I'm not about jumping into a relationship, at least not right now. But again, you know what I'm saying? I'm not blind. You know what I'm saying? I know that this is something that I see. I know a big one was with Damo, which is just kind of ironic because her name was Damo. And Chrissy, I know that Damo had her own baby, and I know they was together, and we seen the whole story, and just how it all unfolded and things like that. So I think I should definitely speak on it. So again, should Doms or can Doms have their own baby? And I say yes. Okay, I say yes. We can. We can have our own babies. I don't think that there's anything wrong with a Dom having their own baby, or anything like that. Now, I say this because, I mean, okay, so I speak a lot about mission, right? I speak a lot about us being on our mission, about us, wanting our own business, or what I say, leaving, you know what I'm saying, leaving a legend is what I'm gonna say. While we're on this mission, you know what I'm saying, leaving the legend for me personally, I'm definitely trying to leave something behind for my young Doms, you know what I'm saying? So definitely. So should Doms have their own baby? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And I say this because if you got the resources to have your own baby, if you feel like, you know what I'm saying, you're at that place where you feel like, okay, I can have my own baby. You know what I'm saying, it's not going to interfere with my mission or anything like that. I just want my own baby. I say do that shit, you know what I'm saying? And fuck what people think. Fucking people judge you, because at the end of the day, I feel like, you should be able to leave your legend behind too. Your what do they call it? You should be able to, you know what I'm saying, leave something behind behind too. So I definitely don't feel like that anyone should judge that or anyone should speak negatively about that. Definitely, if you want to have your own baby, I mean, who else you gonna leave it to? I mean, I even thought about having my own child, and I mean, not only for the reasons of just being able to leave behind a legacy. That's what I was looking for, behind a legacy. I mean, because I'm doing all this shit, and you know what I'm saying? I got my music career. I got my business. I'm doing these YouTube videos. I mean, if I was to, you know what I'm saying, if I, you know what I'm saying, whenever my time comes, I want my, you know what I'm saying, my young son or my daughter, who, you know, whatever, to definitely keep the shit going, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, definitely I wanna leave a legacy. Right now, no, I definitely would not be having a baby right now. Just because for one, you know what I'm saying, for one, I don't even want to go through the whole process of being pregnant. I mean, that just isn't anything for me right now. And definitely, I'm at the place where, you know what I'm saying, like I'm still working on my legacy. So I definitely wouldn't want to stop pursuing that. And I'm not saying that you can't, you know, work and be on your mission and have a baby. It's just not something that I foresee that I could do right now or even in the future. So, you know, but I mean, who's to say? I mean, I could, you know, you just never know. You know what I'm saying? No, none of us are psychics. None of us are genies. So we can't really predict the future. But I would just say for me personally, I definitely am not ready for that. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, more power to my doms that are, you know what I'm saying? Like, again, I feel like if that's what you want to do, definitely do it. Don't let nobody judge you or make you feel bad about it. I mean, hell, you should be able, you have that right too. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have that right too. So to answer that question, yes, you definitely should. You definitely can. Don't feel bad about it. It just depends on where you are in life. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on that. Definitely. It just depends on, you know what I'm saying, how you want to go about doing it, you know, like that's really your business. So I don't look at Dom's no different. You know what I'm saying? I think Damo's baby is beautiful. You know what I'm saying? So more power to Damo for, you know, doing that. Any young Dom out there or Dom out there that had their own child. I mean, I know older Doms with teenagers and shit out here, and they very much still masculine, still, you know, on their mission, still doing what they got to do. It's nothing wrong with that, and don't let nobody tell you that it is. You know what I'm saying? So definitely to answer that question, Doms, you definitely are able to. You definitely can. Again, that's just something that I'm not ready to do. I don't foresee myself doing, but that's me. Don't let that be your decision. Okay. So that's all I answer that question. Now, as far as having your baby or deciding to have a baby with a femme, okay. Now this is where things are gonna get a little deep, okay. And I'll say this because, for one, it depends on how you do it. It depends on who you do it with. And this is just, I mean, what they always say, be careful on who you have a baby with. You know what I'm saying? The same thing applies. And I say that, okay, let's say for instance, okay, you and this film, y'all decide y'all want to have a baby together, right? Well, first of all, definitely make sure that everything that's being done, that, you know what I'm saying, you're a part of, you know what I'm saying, that you're there with that film 100%, that, you know what I'm saying, you know, you're not slipping or anything when it comes to that, because you and this film are deciding to have that baby, right? So that's first of all. Second of all, you know what I'm saying, if y'all do decide to do this shit, you know what I'm saying, just know that nothing lasts forever, okay? I see it all the time. I see that Doms, well, let's just take this for instance. Let's say that you're messing with a femme, she already has a kid. Doms tend to get attached to these kids, and as soon as the Dom and the femme break up, they no longer are able to see the kids. And I think that's really fucked up, because you do get attached. But at the same time, Doms, if this ever happens, and, you know, a lot of people disagree with me on this, but if this ever happens, you know, you do what you can. You do what you can, but if you're just, for some reason, you know, she's not budging, I would just leave it alone, because at the end of the day, you hurting yourself. And if you really meant something to that child will not forget you. That child will come looking for you. That child will never forget you. And because I've been there, you know what I'm saying? I've been with girls who've had kids who, hell, I damn near raised, or that, you know what I'm saying, I've gotten attached to. And whenever I would see them again, they would know me. And I'm talking about little babies. I'm talking about 1-2 years old. They knew exactly who I was. You know what I'm saying? So they don't forget you. So don't ever think that will ever happen. Another thing is, let's say that, you know what I'm saying, you and your femme, y'all have this baby together, and then, you know what I'm saying, y'all break up, okay? What I would say, this is what I would honestly say on that situation. Okay, again, I would try to be there for my child, but if the film was not budging, was not allowing me to, whatever the reason was, you know what I'm saying? If things like that do happen, then again, I would move on. Or what I would do is just simply, you know what I'm saying, she decides to put you on child support. Hey, all right, I'm on child support. I don't, nothing to do with you. You know what I'm saying? She's that type of baby mama. If she's that type of baby mama where every time you're around her, she talking shit or just, you know, she just always making difficult things, I would just, look, put me on child support. Or, I mean, definitely don't nobody want to be, but if it came down to it, that's what I would go with versus just keep going back and forth with the film, because that just, I mean, it never ends. It never ends. And sometimes the films can use their kids as tools to keep that drama going. So I would just cut that off. And hey, if you get put on child support, because I think that one stud, what's her name, Brittany Griner, I want to say she's a basketball player. I think that happened with her and her girl at the time. I don't know if they was married or not, but she got put on child support. So, but if you notice, you know, you haven't heard anything else about the girl or anything like that. She is on child support last time I checked. So, I mean, things like that do happen. That's why you got to be careful who you decide to have a baby with, or hell, just even be with. You know what I'm saying? And then another thing, I would say is if you do decide to have a baby with a femme, and honestly, I mean, as doms, we not really on that anyway, you know what I'm saying? But if this does happen, you know what I'm saying? If this does happen, let's say she cool. Let's say she cool, you know, you can hit that still. You know what I'm saying? Then hey, that's cool with me. I wouldn't even, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't even that'd be ideal actually. That's definitely ideal if you can have a baby mama that's still cool, and you know she lets you hit still, and you get to see your child. That's really, if I was to say to my doms what I would recommend, that's what I would recommend. That's what I would recommend, that type of situation. But if she's on some bullshit, just, I'm telling you, because it's only going to hurt you in the end. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not just pulling this shit out of my ass. Like, I literally, everything that I talk about here, or that I make videos about, or that I reference, either I've been through them or I know somebody that's been through it. So this is just, you know what I'm saying, I'm just letting y'all doms know how it is, and just trying to get y'all in this mentality so y'all won't be getting frustrated out here, wondering why the, you know, films is like this or anything like that. I mean, at the end of the day, just like we are doms and we have our own nature, so the films. And we gotta stop getting so mad about it, because at the end of the day, films are just who they are, okay? And as doms, we just who we are, right? And you know what I'm saying, we just gotta either not necessarily accept it, because I'm not saying you gotta accept it, but somewhere along the line, you gotta realize that, okay, we know that films tend to do this, and so why keep complaining about it? Let's look at it at a different perspective. You know what I'm saying? And that's all that I'm trying to get y'all to look at. But at the end of the day, like I said, this video from my doms out there, if you ever feel like you know, want to have your own baby or whatever it is, I say go for it. I mean, you know, me personally, that's not anything that I'm wanting to do, just because, I mean, hell, I just don't, I got so much going on as it is. And shit, I ain't got no girlfriend anyway, so I mean, who's gonna watch my baby? I mean, yeah, I got my mom's, my dad, or whatever, my family, but at the end of the day, I would definitely want to raise my child in a family household. You know, I definitely want that for my child. But if you decide to do that, definitely all power to you, no judgment here. And if also you decide that your fam, that the lady that you with or that you've been talking to, if that ever happens, if you decide that, either one, you know, be careful with who you decide to have a baby with. Either one, if y'all break up, she start tripping, cut that shit short, put me on child support, whatever you want to do. Again, you know, I hope that never comes down to it. I mean, because man, so many dudes is getting hit with that shit, and honestly, y'all, they really, I mean, sometimes I be feeling sorry for these dudes as much they be paying, but I mean, you know, it is what it is. So make sure, you know, if it's that type of situation, I would just put me on it. But if she cool, you know what I'm saying? Like, definitely, I mean, that would be my ideal of a cool baby mama, or somebody would have a baby with, somebody that's cool, somebody that we can raise a family with, or somebody that, hey, I could still slide through every once in a while, see my child, and you know what it is. So this is the Dom. I'm coming through with another video, y'all. You know, make sure, motherfuckers, make sure y'all got toilet paper out there, man. I know it's crazy out here, you know what I'm saying? But you know, we just gotta keep pushing, you know what I'm saying? Keep pushing. You know, I know there's some people out there that's scared, whatever the case is, but you know, just keep your faith, keep pushing, you know what I'm saying? Keep this Dom mentality, you know what I'm saying? And I'll get back with y'all. All right, y'all, it's the Dom.